And we are live. Hey guys, this is Rob from RB1S Studios in Marshfield, Massachusetts, and this is our November video update for this month. And we just wanted to kick back and recording this video here on a Saturday, which we have off for a change. Very unusual to have a Saturday off, but in this case we do have one. So, and it's the last weekend before the official holiday season kicks in, with Thanksgiving coming up next Thursday. And we wanted to record this video really quick and bring everybody up to speed on what's been happening here at the studios since the last video update. We decided since last time in the upcoming months and to round out the year, we're going to be scaling back a little bit and kind of regrouping and moving forward into the next year 2024. And we're going to record this video this month. We'll do one more for December, and we'll round out the year that way, at least with our video recordings. It's been brought to our attention that some people out there don't like our camera angle. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about that at the moment. We're still utilizing M1944 Marine Corps issue equipment here at the studios, and therefore what you see is what you get. Unfortunately, our videos are in its raw form. They're unedited, and it's like the caveman mentality here at the studios. But unfortunately, we have had some requests about changing the camera angle. Right now, we can't do anything about it. We've tried a little bit here and there to try to change things around, but unfortunately we're limited on budget. We're limited even more so on time, and we have some localized restrictions here that don't like what we're doing. So that's where we are with that, and we're continuing to march forward. And so one of the things we wanted to cover down on moving forward is moving into the next year and to round out this year. We have several different things that are going on here at the studios, and we have several different projects on the bench. We have some upcoming projects on the bench, some new group builds and different things going on, and we're excited about it. We're definitely going to be looking forward to getting a little bit more bench time on weekends moving ahead. A little bit of a lane change here at the studios over the past few weeks. We've had to change our routine a little bit. Unfortunately, some of that has been beyond our control, and we have rented space here. We don't own the property that we're living in and have the studios in, and unfortunately the landlord has other plans, and that's just how it is. We're planning to stay here. We're going to redirect ourselves. We're going to make improvements as we go along. We're going to utilize some downtime to make improvements as we go along. As we have mentioned multiple times before, we're waiting on new equipment to arrive once again, and unfortunately that's just how it is. But we have things we have planned out, and we're going to be moving forward with them. And one of the things is we have going on is a group build, and for the new Adam Wilder book, techniques, layering techniques. And Adam Wilder is a great friend of ours, going back for a number of years, going back to the early 90s. And we're still in touch. We've still been communicating, and we're quite happy with Adam's new book, new publication from AK Interactive. And we have ourselves a copy of it. We displayed it in our last video. We've seen a couple great reviews out there for it. But anyway, there's a group build going on right now. It kicked off on November 1st, and it's going to be running right through till April. And the end date and the final date is going to be the AMPS Nationals, which is in April in South Bend, Indiana. We're uncertain if we are going to be attending the AMPS Nationals this year. We're certainly going to try. It all depends on if we can get clearance from work to get the time off. That's the biggest hurdle for us, and the second hurdle would be to finance it all with everything going on here at the studios and we want to advance some of our projects here, especially buying new equipment. So it's a matter of, as far as the finance end of it goes, we have to make a choice. Do we want the new equipment? How badly do we want to improve our live stream capabilities and our camera angles and content and stuff like that? Or do you want to join the gang out in South Bend, Indiana, and forfeit some of that in order to go out and have a good time at AMPS Nationals? We definitely will not be vending at that show. It's too far of a distance for us. There again, we have restraints with work conditions, restraints with some financial things going on. We want to keep a roof over our head, you know, things like that. There's been some construction going on the building itself, and certain things have been going on over the past couple of months, and things have settled down a little bit, but we want to keep rolling forward. We want to stay in the game. We want to keep on target with what we're doing here at the studios, and we're looking to make improvements as we go along, even though we have had repeated setbacks for one thing or another since ArmorCon. So we've made a decision that we're going to pull back just a little bit, and we're going to reevaluate and then change things up and then move forward. But anyway, that's where we are with that. We don't want to keep rambling on and burning up our time here discussing all that, because there's going to be some changes coming up, but we're going to, you know, announce them as we go along and not get too rattled about it. But anyway, we want to focus a little bit of attention on the Adam Wilder group build in this video. Our buddy down in Georgia now, Steve Reed, has come up with a great group build idea, a what-if Soviet-Russian group build based upon and inspired by Adam Wilder's new book. Several different things, and our friends at the Plastic Posse podcast and also Rick Lawler and his propaganda channel have stepped in, and they're promoting it, and we're going to be assisting them in our own small capabilities here. We're going to be participating in that group build, and we managed to pick up a kit. We got the Trumpeter SU-101, and it's one of the vehicles that's featured in Adam's book. We decided to go with that rather than do a what-if outside of the box. We're sticking to one of the ones that is in the book, and we're going to put our own little spin on it. We've been in contact with Adam about it, and we've been doing a little bit of research on this very rare and unusual vehicle. It's definitely a what-if. It never saw action, although it was completed and trialed in April of 1945, and it's loosely built on the T-44 chassis, surprisingly, mounting a 100mm gun. There was also an SU-102 with a 122mm gun that was tested, and only the SU-101 survives today. There's in the Kubinka Museum in Moscow, the Patriotic War Museum has the SU-101 on display there. So it's definitely a one of a kind. Apparently there was only three prototypes made, one of which was the 102, and the other 101 was used as a range target or something like that on some range target there in the Soviet Union or Russia or something like that. We've seen a few photographs of a destroyed vehicle, but it's definitely a range target. But anyway, we wanted to show that off here today. This is an older 2016 Trumpeter kit, SU-101 tank destroyer, and this is going to be our build. This is going to be our commitment to the Adam Wilder group build for layering techniques. We got the kit about a week ago, and we got that from Sprue Brothers. We got a good deal on it, and we're going to be doing a little bit of research on it because we do want to get some aftermarket. It's a very simple kit in its typical Trumpeter fashion. Great base kit, great, you know, right out of the box, but we don't want to build it out of the box. So we're going to be looking into some aftermarket. We definitely want to replace the tracks, potentially the gun barrel. It was suggested to us to do the SU-102 with a 122 millimeter D25 gun. So we might look into that, might see if we can get a barrel somewhere, and some different things like tow cables. The kit does not come with tow cables, but we want to put them on. We're not going to do too crazy with photo etch, but we might do a little bit of kit bashing with some T34 or T55 or something like that type of parts on it to make it a little bit more jazzy, and stay with the what-if situation. We're not sure about what the scheme is going to be yet. We do know that we want to use a little bit of color modulation with the Russian 4BO green, and you know, a little bit of a nod to Adam, and not necessarily copy his work, because we don't want to do that. But we're going to put our own little spin on it. Again, we don't know if we're going to be able to complete it by AMPS Nationals or not. We have a limited bench time here at the studios as it is, so we're not exactly sure, but we're going to do our best, and we're quite excited about it, and we definitely want to stick with it, and it's going to be interesting and fun, and we're glad to support Adam and Steve Reed's idea. It's a great one, and that's where we are with that. The second thing we wanted to show off here today is the brand new Panzer Rex series, going back. This is Panzer Rex number 25. It's Normandy number 4. So all of the tanks and vehicles in here are typical, either lost in action, destroyed, or captured vehicles, and they focus on the Normandy campaign in France, 1944. But this is a great new book. We wanted to show this one off here today, and it's Panzer Rex number 25. It's they've expanded the format a little bit, a few more pages in here. Always outstanding photographs. There's some really nice artwork by a friend of ours over in Spain, Philippe Rodna. You can't go wrong with these books. Panzer Rex series. We have them all. So this is number 25, the newest one, and Lee Archer sent this out to us, and in an expedient manner, so we wanted to give out the shout out to Lee Archer. We've been doing business with Panzer Rex since their initial copies came out back in the early 2000s, I think it was, maybe a little bit before that. Back in the Bill Auerbach days. Bill Auerbach was a great friend of ours. We've missed him over the years since he's passed, but we met Bill. We met Bill down at different shows and stuff, like the AMPS Nationals, and going back a number of years for AMPS East and ArmorCon. He used to always attend and sell his books there. We met Bill personally, and going back, way back into the early 1980s, the first book we ever purchased with his name on it was Last of the Panzers. If you guys have one of those books in your collection, we'll bring that out someday. It's been packed away here. But anyway, the Last of the Panzers books, it goes back to the 1980s, and that was a whole series of books that Bill Auerbach had done, and a number has definitely influenced our armor modeling since then, and going back to the days when we were a lot younger and in our teens and all that kind of stuff. And so anyway, we just want to touch upon that really quick. We have a couple other things we want to get to today. Another big shout out we want to give to is Steve Munsell from Value Gear Details out in Flagstaff, Arizona. Steve was at ArmorCon again this year. We had a chance to hang out with him for a while. We've known Steve for a number of years. We've worked together on a couple different projects with some of his Value Gear detail sets and Pacific Shermans, and we worked on a project together for a Asuka model in Japan, going back a number of years. But so we've been friends ever since, and we always support Steve and his Value Gear detail sets and his update sets and all that kind of stuff, and stowage sets, his crates and sandbags and all that kind of stuff. But Steve has sent us some review samples, and he says, hey, you know, what's your address? And he sent us some stuff. And Steve has entered the 3D printing realm, and these are some new 3D printed items from Steve. The Universal Stowage Sets, Volume 2, and apparently Steve is going to be coming out with more of these type of things, but he sent us a couple samples to put out there and to try out, and they're quite interesting. Very simple. The first one is a set of cans. It's a 3D printed cans. These things would be great for like K rations, C rations, or something like that. Any type of diorama. But they're, cans, simple, very simple. And also, it's a tool set. So these are all types of wrenches and drills and saws and all that kind of stuff. These are 3D printed tools, as you can see in the screen there. Our focus is not very good on this camera, by the way. But anyway, these are great, and they actually, if you really look at them really close, a couple of the tools will say value gear on them. But anyway, we wanted to shout out to Steve Munsell on his brand new adventure into 3D printing. We hope to see more of this from him, and we've been in contact with Steve, and we'll be putting an order in with him soon because he sent us out these for on the house, and we want to put in an order for him and give him a little bit of compensation for stepping forward and letting us have these for review. So we're going to try these out. Not quite sure when we're going to use them, but you'll see them, and we'll definitely point them out. And we love it. Steve's been a great friend of ours over the years. But anyway, a couple other quick things. We've been doing some business lately with AK Interactive. We've been working together with them on the Charvin's facade group build, along with the Triple P, Plastic Posse podcast, and Rick Lawler. And that's going to be wrapping up next Thursday, Thanksgiving. They extended it beyond the October deadline, and they extended it till Thanksgiving. It's been quite successful for us. We did Charvin's facade. We did a halfway decent job on it. We wanted to tweak it a little bit today and get some final photographs up there and complete the group build by Thursday. And we're going to be working on that today and part of tomorrow as well. Outside of other commitments we have in the morning tomorrow at the local Legion post. But anyway, a couple of quick things. We've been doing some good business with AK Interactive, and along with the Adam Wilder group build and stuff like that. We'll be getting some of their new products, and what's been happening is that they send us a list. We're on their mail list, email list, and they send us a list of new products for each month. So the November new product list came out, and they send us, and it's an incentive to, try to start promoting some of this stuff. And they send us a nice juicy little promo code as an enticement to buy. We assume that type of thing is exclusive to us, but anyone can be on their email list. But they send us promo codes because they know that Red Beach One Studios promotes their product lines and different things, and they have a number of new things that have been coming out lately. And one of the things we picked up, and we just received this yesterday, is their brand new wet palette for acrylic paints. So we wanted to put that up on the screen. This is their brand new wet palette. We haven't even gotten it out of the box yet. It's still in there. But we're going to check that out today. It's a wet palette. We have their other version of it, but this is their brand new one. It's a little bit larger and a little bit more inclusive, a little bit more. But we just received this yesterday, so we want to put a spin on that and start promoting some of this stuff. We also received a number of new products from them, and we're going to be checking that out. And we're quite excited because we've been doing business with AK Interactive for a long time, and since they first came out on the market, and we're still doing business with them. We know that Rick Lawler is a great friend of ours. He works for them, and is basically the U.S. sales representative of AK Interactive. But we're definitely jumping in there along with Rick and helping with the promotions on it. In fact, Rick likes to say welcome to the promotions department. But anyway, we're getting there slowly but surely. We've had to make some adjustments here at the studios, and it's a good way to round out the year. It's been a busy year for us. We've had some different things going on, a lot of positives, more positive than negatives, but we do have to pay attention to some of these things that have a tendency to set us back. We do appreciate our subscribers and followers making suggestions to us. We've had a couple other good suggestions about doing some hands-on type of stuff and taking pictures of it or a video of it and stuff, but we're not quite there yet. very soon, because we want to get something that so we can do overhead camera and different camera angles. We're looking into StreamYard for live streaming and a couple other things. We're also going to be looking into a couple other things moving forward into 2024, but we're not quite there yet. We've had a couple different suggestions about creating a Patreon page for ourselves for Red Beach One Studios, and then a Discord server for a chat and all that kind of stuff. We've been exploring that a little bit with another good friend of ours, Mike Rinaldi. Has invited us into his Discord server chat. It's great, and we've been interacting with some of those guys and Mike, and that's been a great one. Rick Lawler has one, and Discord server, and also now the Modeling Insanity podcast. Rob Riviezzo and the gang down there also have a Discord server, so it's piqued our interest enough into it to look into it. But we're quite happy with some of the social media that we do use, especially our Telegram channel. But we also understand that a lot of people are reluctant to join Telegram for one reason or another. We don't understand why, because Telegram has been good to us, and we're quite happy with Telegram. It definitely works for us, but the numbers of subscribers tell a different story. So we're going to continue with it. We're just looking into other things, and we wanted to point out where you can find Red Beach One Studios, especially on Telegram. We have an Instagram account, and in fact, we crested 300. We're working towards 400 now, in just a matter of a few weeks. So we have more followers on our Instagram account or profile than we have on all the other social media platforms combined, including Telegram, including Facebook and YouTube. Our Instagram account is on fire, and we're getting a lot of recognition for it, and we're quite happy about it. Red Beach One Studios can also be found on our YouTube channel, which you're watching this video right now, and we'd like to get the numbers up on that too, but we understand that a lot of people don't like our raw format and our camera angle and all this other stuff. Completely understand where you're coming from. We're not exactly professional here. But we've learned a lot in the last year and a half that we've been doing this. So we think and we feel and we're quite confident that moving into the next year, 2024, that you'll see a significant change for the better. And that's our main goal, is to improve as we go along, as opposed to stagnate and just keep repeating the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Because we all know that that's not how you achieve things. That's not how you get over obstacles or set your goals and achieve them. Everybody wants a trophy, right? But anyway, that's where we are, guys. You can also find Red Beach One Studios on other social media platforms as well. We are now on Pinterest, and we're quite happy with that, because that's like a new one for us. Definitely a great way to find photographs, and wartime photographs is on Pinterest. We've been making some success with that. In fact, when we were doing some research for the SU 101, it was Pinterest that we went to first, and we come up with a lot of good ones, and some good information on that as well. So you can find Red Beach One Studios on Pinterest. If you happen to subscribe to Pinterest, come find us and look us up. You know, we put up some pictures of our recent work, especially with the Charvin's facade, and we're starting to get some recognition for it. Even Mike Rinaldi liked it. So I think that's great, and we're going to be moving forward with things like that. You're going to be seeing more how-to demonstrations, more work completed from us, and we want to get more bench time and get our feet wet and hands dirty with some of these products and stuff that we keep talking about. But now we're going to dig in and start using them and trying them out. In fact, one of our primary focuses moving into finishing up this year, 2023, and into next year is that we want to focus on painting, weathering, and groundwork. Those are the three main things, and we're going to be focusing a lot of attention on that. And we've got some high-profile people supporting us, including Rick Lawler and people like Adam Wilder and Mike Rinaldi and a few others out there. they're definitely standing behind us, and because we're supporting them, they're supporting us in return, and that's how those friendships work. And we don't want to exclude anybody else because we're in this because we enjoy it, and the camaraderie and the friendships that you build and make over the years are a living proof, because some of these guys we've known for decades and they're still with us. We're making lots of new friends out there. Some of the people that we met down at ArmorCon down at Southbury, Connecticut just a month ago, they're starting to follow us and comment and like our stuff. We have quite a number of people that are interested in sending us all kind of stuff. One of the newest things lately is we've been getting offers for, like, sending us 3D printed material and stuff like that. So we're looking at some of these things. If it fits our background, although we predominantly do armor modeling, figures and diorama here, we're definitely starting to explore some of the other things like machining Krieger, or potentially Gunpla or Gundam, something like that. We've been approached by a couple different people on some of those things. Definitely outside of our normalcy or normal routine here, but if people are making offers and they want us to do it, we definitely look outside the box. Some of the science fiction stuff out there, some Star Wars material maybe, we definitely like that. We grew up on that as kids, and several generations have experienced the Star Wars phenomenon and stuff. We're still big fans of it. So all good things are coming. And we're sticking with some of our armor stuff. A lot of new things are going to be coming up. We're going to be exploring some different scales, like 1/48 scale armor. We just dabbled with that recently. Some of the other things, 16th scale armor, some of the big stuff, we might try doing some of that. And we're definitely looking forward to it, guys. One thing we do want to point out, we're going to wrap up this video pretty quick, but we're only doing one video this month. So November is only going to have one video update. December is going to have one video update. And then moving forward into 2024, then we're going to make the change. Then we're going to make that lane shift, and you'll see some new things happening, new things, some new background. We're having a neon sign being made from Neon IP. There's going to be some Mike Rinaldi swag behind us. Some new posters are being made. We're waiting for those to arrive, and you're going to see some of that stuff. And definitely we got some of our swag on right now from the Plastic Posse podcast. We want to give a shout out to them as well, because they've been giving us some shout outs on their podcast as well. So that's we're quite remarkable. Some of the guys, Scott Gentry, John Bonani, TJ Holler, Jensen Taylor, Grant Maybury, and Doug Smith, and some of the other guys out there. Definitely it's been a great time, and we enjoy their podcast, and we got a few other podcasts out there as well. All right, guys, this is Rob from Red Beach One Studios. We're going to sign off today. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your bench time. And let's hit the bench.